AfterBuzzers and Siesta Key fans, we are chatting everything about the season finale tonight. Is Bradison gonna get back together, or is Jalix over for good? We won't know because maybe Kelsey's gonna leave. We'll talk about it in a second. Stick around.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, pretty lady, look at you. Walking with a smile that'll brighten up the room. Young, dumb, and
Brandon,
stupid,
I'll give it to you. It is a catchy tune.
I hate that I like it.
It sounds like a preschool song, like walking down the street.
I like this.
I actually really like it. I'm into it as well. It's the season finale.
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
There we are.
I can't believe it.
I feel like it went by really fast.
It went by
did go really
extremely quick. We've been doing this for like 7 weeks together at least.
Yeah.
But before we get into it, guys, I'm Ally. We've got Nakia. We've got Drew Jones. We've got Tessa Cevaal and Ally Nasta here chatting everything Siesta Key season finale. Overall thoughts of this episode so far?
Horrible.
Disappointing.
Right out from the bat.
It felt so uneventful to me.
Yeah, I agree.
It felt like these storylines have been dragged out for the finale, and it didn't fulfill a typical, like, whoa!
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't see that
It
coming.
didn't feel like a season finale.
It didn't.
No.
And they could have easily done a better end scene than that. I'm sorry. Yeah. We love the show. Obviously, that's why we are here right now chatting with you about it. But so you were waiting for this hype, and all of a sudden you just see Juliette driving with a tear. Like, I know they're together on Instagram, so I'm not too sad for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
It's and we were talking about this
anticlimactic.
earlier. Like when shows earlier, like The Hills, we didn't really have social media like that. So like we didn't know that they maybe were best friends in real life. Whereas now we can literally go on their Instagrams and they're all still together. So it kind of takes away from the surprise.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just surprised that they don't have some sort of contract, like, The Bachelor. They can't post anything on social media until after the final rose premieres. I'm surprised they haven't had to, filter what they're putting on social media until the season finale.
I hope if they do come back for season 2, I hope MTV fixes that.
Right.
And they tell them, like, look, guys, you can post certain things on the internet. You shouldn't post things before they're going to air.
Right. Only because it takes away the mystery of what's going to happen. Because basically right now we see everything on social media, which definitely, Alex and Juliette she's always with Zeus, his dog.
Yeah.
And they celebrated Valentine's Day together. I've been looking on their Instagram stories.
I was stalking too. Don't worry. I was stalking
they're together.
them.
Well, it's just like weird because I think it shows of like the Real Housewives of Atlanta where it's like things are happening in real time for them, and they still manage to keep things secretive to where you don't know like what's going on, and they won't even post pictures. Like they went on a trip to Spain recently. They didn't even post those pictures from Spain until now that the episodes are happening.
Right.
Yes, I would say even with Keeping Up the Kardashians, the episode they went to San Francisco and they're just now. So a lot of shows do that. So I'm shocked that Siesta Key didn't get that memo.
Especially sorry, go ahead, Tessa.
I should say, or they all just broke their contract.
That's also very true.
That is very true. Yeah, it's just weird because you think that they would want the audience to be really intrigued and to have some sort of mystery. But this season with Alex and Juliette, it's like almost like they wanted to prove that their relationship was worth it to be able to, I don't know, it's weird. But anyways, let's get into I'm sorry, overall thoughts, gone too long, my bad. Anyways, let's get into Bradison. Madison, we with Ben included in there. So we've got Madison and Ben. They go on this date. She seems like she's digging it or whatever. But moral of the story, Brandon's like, I'm going to get her back. I'm going to sing this song, and I'm going to get her back.
This is just like a knockoff, like D-list Julia Roberts like romance movie for me. Like I felt like I'd seen it before. I was like, oh, there's the businessman and there's the artist and who's she going to pick?
Right.
And yada, yada, yada. And I just like... I don't know, even when she was like, I can tell from your lyrics you are just so genuine, and I was like, what part of the lyrics like really spoke to you? like what really resonated?
Hey, pretty lady.
It must have been that. It must have been the hey, pretty lady.
They go back to get massages.
Yes, in the Bahamas.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I think I became Team Brandon this episode. What? I don't know. I just feel like he kept trying, and I like
He did.
that goes
he
a long
did.
way with me. If
He
you're
did.
gonna continue to try and like ride his, like I don't know. I was like really kind of hoping Madison would give him
I thought
some
she was.
sort
I
of
was shocked.
second chance.
I thought because after the song and the love and affection that he showed her, I was shocked. I thought she was going to be like, okay, because he was
right.
putting in that effort. So I'm a little shocked that she didn't go with it, but I wonder why.
Yeah, I just think like I don't dislike Brandon. I just feel like one, the song wasn't like John Legend. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that I was like, oh, I don't understand.
Like where you want to like fall to the floor because your heart melted.
I was like,
take me now, Brandon.
Yeah, and then also Madison's just been really getting on my nerves these last couple of episodes, and this was one of them that I was just like, you're making, first of all, they were together, what, like 4 months or something?
6 months.
6 months.
Oh, 6 months. My bad.
Only because they keep bringing it up because
Wow.
Ben was like, I've known her for 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
So I just, like, it's so over, Madison's just the most dramatic human.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that says a lot because Juliette's on the show. But she's just, like, the most dramatic human, and it just frustrates me because I'm like, girl, like, why are you're clearly very smart. Why are you so wrapped up in these dudes who aren't even like the same level as you?
Right.
Yeah.
Why don't you just focus on your job because you don't have one? And it looks
Yeah.
like her and Juliette share a bedroom because there was a scene where they were talking and
Kelsey. Her and Kelsey.
Her and Kelsey.
Yeah.
Were sharing, because it looked like Kelsey was sitting on the bed and she was sitting on the bed. So I was like, clearly, you need a job.
It was weird. Okay, so my thing was I was trying to figure out if that was their house because obviously the way that they cut it, it looks like they were in their house. But I was wondering, were they in a hotel?
No, I think they're in their house.
And they share a bedroom.
Yeah.
But I don't think because there was another scene one time where they were getting ready and like Madison was like right outside of the bathroom, like getting her putting on her makeup, and Kelsey sitting on the bed, and it didn't.
There's
look
a few
like,
times when they're going out to a few events that either Kelsey or Madison are together. So I'm like, are they roommates or are they just like, oh, I'm coming over to your house to get ready? Because I feel like there's a few
Kelsey
times.
and Madison?
Yeah.
No, they live together.
They
Okay, that's all I was wondering.
But no, but we're just saying there's 2 beds in one of the rooms and one of the scenes, so we don't know if they like share a room, like.
Yeah.
So they all
wonder.
3 like split a 2-bedroom or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Times are hard.
Paige is older, so maybe Paige does have her own bedroom. And,
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's
Madison
true.
and
And
Kelsey.
then
Oh,
have
that
their
would
own
make
room.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, back to your point about Brandon and Ben. I think, I don't know. I'm still like Team Brandon. And
Yeah.
I do think
Yeah.
she does need to focus on getting a job.
Yes.
Because it's been a while, so I don't know what's going on there. And Ben's staying.
Yeah.
So where do we see that going?
That's going to be very interesting.
He's just like boring. Like
Ben.
like first of all, your name's Ben, so that tells me a lot, and that's that you're boring. No offense to the Bens out there,
Hey, Ben.
but the only Ben I care about is the one that's in my wallet.
Oh.
No, I'm saying
Or Benjamin McKenzie.
true, but like I don't know. I just think like the problem with this show for me is that the secondary characters like Ben, like Carson, it's like they just don't bring anything extra. Like you think they're gonna bring some heat, and then they
Right.
just kind of like back off.
The one who kind of did was Canvas, and now I feel like they're going to move Canvas into, like, if there is a season 2, kind of move her into the crew because now she's dating Paige.
Yeah.
She's the only, like, extra person who kind of brought it with the whole drama. But you're right, all the guys are kind of, I don't know, like, I appreciate Brandon because I did say this, I think it was last week, so I can't eat my words. I was like, you know, maybe if he put in a little bit more effort, I wouldn't say for her to quickly jump back into it, but give it some time. Like, this is November, it's like Friendsgiving. Let the new year go by and then figure some things out. But I do give it to him that he is actually trying. Because some dudes would just give up and be like, oh, well, whatever. Like, I got girls throwing themselves at me. I'm about to go on tour. I'm a rapper.
Right.
But I do like that he's actually putting in the effort. So I would like to
Right.
see
I
when they
agree.
come back after the new year, if he's still on that same energy.
Yeah, I didn't mind that she walked away from Brandon. It was that she went back to Ben right after. I was like, girl, like you don't have to be with somebody. Like,
Yeah, just chill and be
you
single.
can just chill.
Have a good time.
It's
Be
cool.
single.
It's fun. Like,
Well, and because also too, she can just, figure it out between the both of them. Be like, I don't know, like just like let me have some space, and then
Yeah.
if she wants to hang out with Ben, then sure. But like,
Because
if
she mentioned, is Brandon the one? And I was like, whoa, this is like...
That's,
you
like,
guys
too
are-
much.
Wow.
Right.
I'm like, you need to enjoy
I
your
feel
Christmas
like-
break.
Right. I think that's something that we all do, though. It's like when
Yeah.
you're in a relationship, you're like, can I see myself marrying them? Can I see us having
Facts.
kids? Can I see us having a future? And sometimes I even realize, like, or friends or family members are like, whoa,
I do that too sometimes.
it's okay. Like, chill out for 1 second, and it's not, like, just take it one day at a time. And I feel like
Right.
sometimes that's probably what Madison's feeling, only because she has Brandon who is, like, kind of fighting back for her, so she's
Yeah.
trying to wonder if he's the one or not in order to make it even make sense.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because sometimes these people that we've been in relationships with, I mean, we've all had those that they meant nothing to us now, like
That's a
moving
fact.
on. You know what I mean?
Madison has been killing it in the guy game.
Oh,
though, 'cause
I
it's
need
Alex,
to know her
It was the
game.
other guy that came down to visit her. Then it's
yeah.
Ben. Then it's Brandon. Like, whoa,
Getting
Alex
hit
is-
on in New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, Madison, put me on. What's going on?
So yeah, let's figure out that storyline because I gotta figure it out myself. Because
Yeah. It's a
the
lot.
dating department in LA is terrible.
Hello.
Amen.
Yeah, but let's move on to speaking of dating and everything that this. I don't even. Kelsey and Garrett. What is going
Bang
on with this?
my head into a wall would be
I-
more enjoyable.
Okay, let's break this down really quick.
Yeah, because.
So last episode, or that was the car washing up. That was the car
Yeah.
washing. Okay. So last episode, we've got Kelsey and Garrett. They're at the event and the charity event. And Kelsey's basically counting down, saying like, "You can come home with me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1." And then he's like, "No, I don't want to. I want to go home with Nicole." So they don't. Okay, so that's fine, whatever. But then you're kind of like, okay, Garrett says he wants to play the field. He wants to be single. He wants to figure it out. He's done being the nice guy, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, they're done for a while. Fast forward to this episode, and Kelsey and
So
Garrett are
confusing.
like back together, and Nicole's getting pushed out, where it's awkward that she even came to this Friendsgiving in the first place.
I didn't respect that. I was like, why bring the girl? If you came by yourself, it would have been fine if you and Kelsey wanted to work it out.
Yeah.
But you bought this girl. I don't know if you were trying to be petty or just trying to show off because everyone was going to be there. And even if you did want to get back with Kelsey, respectfully take Nicole home first.
Right.
Or wait until she leaves and then go talk to Kelsey and be like, all right, I actually do want to do this.
Right.
I thought that was so whack. I'm like, whoa.
Especially because when you're bringing someone into your friend group, okay, that obviously there's a lot of drama. Obviously, it's just, I mean, obviously, but that's what makes good TV. But it wasn't even so dramatic. She was basically like, yo, dude, why'd you do this to me?
Like,
She
whoa.
wasn't, I didn't think she was dramatic at all. Did you
No,
guys?
I actually really liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel the same?
Someone said
Yeah,
she was a
yeah,
bad
yeah.
bitch when she walked in. I was like, yes,
Yes.
she is. She is. I
And
like
she
her.
kept it real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was weird. I thought it was weird he brought, because it wasn't like a date thing. Like, it was
Yeah.
just so.
I think he was trying to show off. 'Cause,
Right.
like Alex was gonna be there, and I feel like Garrett still feels like he has to prove a point because
Why,
remember,
though?
so Paulie was being extra shady and was like, "Oh, this is like at the Friendsgiving, like when he first bought Kelsey." So I feel like he was honestly just trying to show off, like, "Oh, I have this bad girl on my arm. My ex is here, and I just want them to see like I can get hot
Two
girls."
exes.
2 exes. That's right. I forgot
Yeah,
him and
Juliette.
Juliette
I
were
always
together.
forget about that.
2 seconds
It
that they were
never
together.
happened.
It never happened. That was the weirdest relationship.
What annoyed me more than anything about, because you all know I'm team like women for women. What annoyed me more than anything is this girl did nothing to you. She wasn't
Right.
rude to you. She wasn't shady. She wasn't friends with you before she started hanging out with Garrett. She owes you absolutely nothing, and she still was very respectful. And for Kelsey to be like rolling her eyes and be like, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like I was like, what kind of like middle school BS is this?
Right.
Like, it was just so obnoxious and tacky to me because I'm like, why did you all bring this poor girl into the mix?
Yeah.
She clearly had completely good intentions. Like, she wasn't being, I don't know. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that everyone painted her to be like this sleazeball that she clearly wasn't.
Right, and let's not forget, Nicole and Garrett went on a date,
Yeah.
and then
Yes.
he was like, let's continue to hang out kind of thing.
Yeah, and let's not forget, Kelsey, that you wouldn't be in this position had you not cheated on Garrett in the first place.
Yeah, that's
With
true.
Alex.
And
With
let's,
Alex.
At all.
that
people.
lasted a quick 2 episodes.
I love Alex, but come on.
That's what's like, it is funny because they jump around so much that we forget the backstory
Yeah.
of how they ended up where they are today. And it's just crazy because Kelsey, yeah, she wouldn't have been there had she not cheated. Like, Garrett got cheated on, and then we have Brandon, and Brandon's not forgiven.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
But, like, we all don't know what they did. They
Right.
we don't know. They didn't hook up, whatever.
Whatever.
But, like, at the same time, it's like, okay, well, you basically... It was just, but that's the thing. It's technically, well, Brandon admits to it because
Yeah.
he did admit to it. But, like, you know, you have Brandon going home with a guy that's no different than Kelsey staying at Alex's house.
Right.
I would have loved for Brandon to go home with a guy.
Did I say that?
I can see that though.
I'm sorry. I meant to say girl.
That would have made much
I
better
meant
TV.
to say
That
Brandon,
would've.
Brandon going home with
I
a
think
girl.
I would like Brandon more if he had gone home with a guy.
That could have been a production thing
Season
too.
2, fingers crossed.
I can see
BG.
Kelsey like to the production crew like, can we please not make this scene of me and Alex hooking up as bad as like let's make it seem like I'm going upstairs, but don't, because you can tell she's the type of girl who wants to protect her
Image.
You can tell. So I think like when producers probably came to her, I don't know, she was just like, I did cheat on Garrett, but let's not show me upstairs in Alex's
Right, and
room.
especially if she's supposed to be their good girl character.
Exactly.
Then
And I think Brandon was just like, oh, well, you can show it. I don't care. Like,
yeah, he's like, I've messed
I'm
up.
getting paid. Like, he's a guy, so he doesn't
He's like,
care.
is my song called Link being played
Right.
while
He
this
doesn't
is
care.
happening?
I'm going to make a new single. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Kelsey's probably like, yeah,
Right.
let's not show as much.
And like, but also too with the whole Nicole Friendsgiving thing, I feel as if this whole Friendsgiving event that was clearly put on for the show because it was at this random like, what was it? What are they called?
Like a
gondola?
gazebo
Yeah,
type.
gazebo.
Yes.
Not a gondola. a gazebo.
That's how the show makes us feel. Bonkers.
Yes, it's a gazebo, but it was like a random gazebo in the middle of the beach.
Yeah. Also, I've had like I'm 26 and my Friendsgivings don't look like that. Like,
No.
At
I was
all.
like clearly.
I'm like paper plates, let's to clean
Yeah.
up.
Like, let's go potluck, bring your own dishes
Yes.
and bottles, cheapos. Like, they had like a whole
I was like,
Smorgasbord.
Like a hater.
Well, they didn't have to pay for that. MTV and the production company
Yeah.
and that poor PA and AP had to rent that space, probably order those dishes and lay all those plates down. And all they had to do was sit in that goddamn chair.
And
they
drink
said
the
action, and that was it. They didn't put in any effort. Poor little PAs.
But I was expecting it to be more dramatic.
Same.
Yeah.
Right.
Give credit to the small
Right.
people.
Give
Shout out
credit
to
to the
PA.
small people.
That's
Shout out to the
totally been you.
We've
PAs.
all been there. We all
Yes.
are there.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, Friendsgiving doesn't even look like that.
But also, what was the point of Kelsey even doing all of that? Because you're leaving.
Right. But that was also what
Did
was
she
strange.
know yet though? Sorry.
I know, no,
I think so.
I think she did. My whole thing, what's weird about it is, why did we not see her get a letter or get a call?
Yes.
That was my biggest issue. Is that I think also with the shows they're leaving out some of those major pieces we should see happen on camera. Like we should be seeing her open the phone and be like, oh my gosh, I just got the call. I'm moving to LA. And then we're sitting there thinking, what's Garrett going to think? They just tried to get back together, but we didn't have that. So all of a sudden they're on the
Right.
beach and we're thinking,
Yeah.
where did this come from?
Exactly, because that would have been a great season finale ender. Like, if she didn't tell him first, and then she comes home and her
Right.
mom's like, "Hey, you got a letter from Wilhelmina." She's like, "Whoa, that would have been a great ender because you
Right.
don't know, are they gonna stay together over the break? Is she when season 2 pops up? Is she gonna actually be in LA?"
Right. Like we should have
Get it
seen
together,
that
Timmy.
breakdown happen, and
Yeah.
we didn't.
Especially because we've been so close to her professional
Right.
career
Yeah.
this whole season.
And then all of a sudden
like,
it's like,
always involves in the episode. And then all of a sudden she finally gets
Right.
what she wants, and we didn't even get to experience it
Yeah.
with her.
No.
Sad.
And was Wilhelmina one of the ones she went?
I think they were the last one she went to, and
Yeah.
I think they came down.
No, but
and
I
they-
thought that was Model One agency or something. Or is
I
that-
thought Wilhelmina was the one that told her she needs to stick with commercial and that they'd
Yeah.
set something up for her.
Okay.
Like, and I understand that obviously a lot of these things are producers things.
Right.
Like, I understand that like being rude to Nicole was obviously more of a producer thing. But I don't know. I guess I'm super cautious of how I get portrayed. That I would feel like if I was in that situation, I'd be like, nah, I'm not trying to look like a hater.
Right.
Like we could do this a different way.
cut. Let's do this way. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. But I mean, she did state her case. Like, listen, she basically was kind of like, I was just here. We went on a date. What do
Right.
you mean? This is weird. Like, well, I would be thinking,
she's right.
Why'd you even bring me here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Nicole. I think she has like an interesting energy to her, and I'd be almost interested to see her come back next season and
Same.
somehow be within the group and maybe like, I don't know,
But I
Date someone
think-
else.
And I-
Brandon maybe.
Right, and I
Sarah
think that
Brandon.
that would be more interesting too to see these two friend groups, like different friend groups, pair
Yeah.
off, because that's kind of what Laguna Beach did. They had the Kristen group, and they had the Lauren group, and they also had the Alex group. Remember
Yeah.
the Alex and Taylor? They all had 3 different groups, and they would always be together because they were obviously went to high school together, and they went to the same
Right.
parties. But they all had their own dramas that all intertwined together, and so I think that's kind of what we're all confused about, is because even though they always are together, weirdly.
Always.
Yeah.
And it's like, but they all don't like each other, but we're not seeing the behind the scenes of these people. The
Right.
only people we're really seeing separately is Kelsey and Madison.
Yeah.
We're not seeing Juliette, like, we've barely gotten any of Juliette and her friends besides Hannah, but like, that wasn't that I feel like that's more with Alex.
And then Juliette and Chloe having a moment together. And I'm like, wait, I thought they were fighting. And I would have loved to see them, like, make up or... I would love to see, like, how they got to that point. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Why are they talking to each other?
The only point we got was when on Halloween when they were like, "Oh, I miss you, I love you."
Yeah.
But we didn't see like an after the Halloween party coffee.
Yeah.
Where they're like, "Listen, like I know we were tipsy or whatever, but I really want you to know I'm sorry, I love you, whatever."
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's get into Alex and Juliette. Shall we?
That's a
Okay.
headache. I mean,
So
single and ready to mingle?
yeah.
I kind of get where she's coming from. First of all, when the guy said it's Saturday, it instantly made me think Saturday's for the boys.
Oh,
and then
gosh.
I got agitated real freaking quick because I was like, they are not. Alex's friends are douchey. Am I the only one who thinks
no,
that?
they are.
They're the
They're like-
worst.
Because the fact that they were like trying to like jump in while they were arguing, I'm like, are you guys children? Like, don't.
Yeah.
That's why I was happy Chloe was there. I get like, okay. I can understand why she would be this way with Alex because he is a notorious cheater. But then I'm going to say, why would you get back with someone if you cannot trust them? Because this is a guy who's cheated on you repeatedly. So, I mean, and if you want to get back with that person, that's also fine. But then you can't do things like that.
Right.
That was like my only beef. Like I get it because you can't trust Alex. Like he has cheated on you. But then it's like, why would you? You can't babysit him. And he's a grown man and you're a grown woman and that's going to push somebody away. And there's already so much drama in this relationship. And now he's like, okay, let me just hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
And then you're acting kind of crazy. But I get where she was coming from. But my only thing was like, girl, why get back with him if you can't trust him?
Yeah.
Exactly, because they're just repeating the past. They haven't changed anything, and they haven't had those talks to change it either.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, like this is how we're gonna go about it this time around to make it work. And so it just seems so childish to me.
Yeah.
But I would be pissed too if he just kind of bails on her. I mean, like that's not cool either.
Yeah,
Childish.
we didn't get
again.
any prior information. All of a sudden, they walk into the bar, and he was like, "I'm like, she's walking. They're basically holding hands, and they're going."
was
Yeah,
so
I was like,
jarring.
so were you not going to tell me your friends were outside?
Right.
Like,
So am I
what?
getting in my Uber by myself?
Legitimate.
So that's you know what it is because they don't communicate. They are like kids to me. Where you guys are, and then he's like, "Well, Juliette, I'm a little bit older than you, but you're not acting like it because why was she blindsided when she walked out the club? It would have been different if you would have been like, hey, my boys are on the way. I'm just gonna hang out with them for a little bit. Like when you guys are inside and be like, I'll catch up with you after. But you did it when you were outside, and you made her
Right.
look like. I mean, it made her look a little crazy because she was confused at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's so interesting how social media plays into like this show in comparison to like The Hills
Right.
or like Laguna Beach because we weren't really. I mean, we had like razors back then. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't the
And
same
MySpace.
thing.
And MySpace.
And MySpace. But like how Alex sees that people are Snapchatting him videos of like Juliette, you know, like hanging out with this guy or whatever. Like one, I'm so thankful that those things weren't that big when I was in college
man.
and or high school.
Yeah.
But I just think like I think it's interesting, but also takes away as a viewer a lot of scenes for us. I feel like, and it gets kind of frustrating. I feel like maybe that's one of the reasons it's not as up to par as The Hills because
Right. Because are you basically saying too? Because we hear Juliette clearly did something, but we have
Yeah.
no idea what it was that she
Right.
did or where she was with her friends.
Yeah.
So you wish you would have like been able to see that.
yeah, because
right?
like we see her, you know, dancing with her friends, and we see obviously she's kind of talking to a guy, but she's not. I personally didn't feel like it was anything
Me neither.
Yeah.
weird. Like I feel like it's just one of those like how you talk to people when
Right.
you're drunk up in the club. Like it wasn't. I didn't feel like she was being handsy or anything like that. But obviously something happened or something looked like it happened because people are texting Alex and Snapchatting Alex and whatever. And so I'm like, what?
What was it?
Like
What
what
did we
did you
miss?
see?
Right, and that's not even something that they would tease for like the season finale. We're
Right.
just apparently never gonna know what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just over. Also, I just want to personally know, like, how is MTV not getting in trouble for all this underage drinking that's clearly going on? Because Kelsey's definitely not 21.
I don't.
I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
Juliette is. I know, like, Madison and
Yeah, are they
Alex.
not
and
21 yet?
No.
That's
I thought
wild.
they were all seniors, like 22. Are they
No,
not?
I
Like
think
Madison
they're like, I
graduated.
think
Yeah,
they're
Madison
sophomores.
graduated.
Madison and Alex, I think, are definitely.
They're
Yeah.
24.
24.
No, 25. I think. Right?
Chloe-
Didn't she just have a birthday?
I think so.
I think Chloe's, like, 22 because she just had that birthday.
Okay.
But Juliette is in undergrad,
Mm-hmm.
and she's only, like, a sophomore or something.
That-
so she
that's-
has to be, like,
That's true, because
19.
Alex is like, I am a little older than you, and Alex is only, what, 24?
Yeah, but also too, but I don't think it's because they don't have control over that. Because technically, if they go into a club and get their hands with exes, that's not to say like. I feel like it's probably like they are just like they don't like. I'm sure they sign contracts where it's like we're not liable for anything, any underage drinking. or whatever.
For sure. I just think it's crazy that like all the places that they're filming, like there's no.
That's such a valid point that I never thought of.
Yeah.
But then again, you never really see them.
Drink.
Like it's not
drunk.
like a
You just see them like
in their
acting
hand.
kind of like
they have a
I've
cup
been
in
drinking.
their hand.
Right.
We don't know what's in
But
it.
like in the interview with Tarek, he said they're all wasted.
Yeah.
Like so, I'm just like no hate, no shame. Alcohol clearly makes the show better, but I'm just curious logistically how that all works out.
Crazy.
And Viacom has a way. They have a lot of money, so
True.
they figured it out. But that
They're
is
like,
a good
"We'll
point,
risk
though.
it."
No, that is a really good point. I forget how young they are.
Yeah. It is weird. I don't know. But yeah, Alex and Juliette, will they stay together? Will they not? Oh, wait. It's on Instagram. They're together.
We already know.
Spoiler
They
alert.
She was his WCW the other day. So,
Yeah.
because I was like, okay, how did you guys feel when she showed up to the house? Like randomly at his boy's house?
I feel
Looking
like
crazy.
we've all we've all had those moments where we want to do that, but you just don't. You don't do that. You especially don't let yourself look crazy in front of his boys because you have to understand his boys are gonna back him up no matter what. Even if he's wrong, like even if Alex said the sky is red, and his boys will be like, yeah, bro, yeah, it's red.
Unless
for
you're
sure.
Carson.
Unless you're Carson.
Carson will definitely tell you, like, you were wrong.
It's blue, bro. It's blue.
It's blue, bro. You're wrong. You should apologize. No, we don't deserve Carson.
He's everything.
But I just I don't know. I just felt like I understood where she's coming from. She's angry. She's upset. But I just was like, girl, you made yourself look so
crazy.
Dumb. Yeah, and crazy. And I just kind of felt bad for her because I feel that like when you feel like, damn, I tried to take a chance on you again.
Yeah.
You're out here making me look stupid.
Right. But I mean, that was so petty. Why that I'm single, ready to mingle sweater? Let's
So
not
stupid.
do that.
And then leave that dumbass voice message. Don't break up with me on my
Oh
voicemail.
my gosh.
Come on, bro.
That
So
was
bad.
unnecessary.
Like, I don't like, I don't like to give people satisfaction. So I probably wouldn't have showed up to the house, but do not call me and leave a voicemail and break up with me because now I'm obligated to show up to your friend's house and kill all you guys.
See, that's not. If you leave a voicemail, cool. I'm ghosting because you want an excuse. Like you want something out of me, so I'm ghosting
That was
you.
so rude.
I'm gonna go do me, and you're gonna be like, wait, when is she coming to like yell at me? I'm not.
Never.
You're gonna have to just constantly sit on edge, waiting and wondering if I'm ever going to.
Voicemail and a
So enjoy
single,
it.
ready to mingle sweater. Bro, cut
That
it
was
out.
too
That was
much.
just so rude. So I guess that's why she had the crazy
Pigtails.
I didn't notice the crazy.
She like walked in the house and was like, ugh. I was like, whoa.
She stomped up in there looking like Hannah Montana. She was big mad, and I was like, girl.
Like Hannah Montana.
I felt bad for her though.
I did like
I did too, because we've
And
all
I
been
was
there.
just thinking, I was like, please don't tell Hannah this is happening.
Right, that's
I just
another
don't
thing.
want the whole "I told you so." I don't want that to
'cause
happen.
Hannah has that like.
She does. But I will say this, children. People only do what you allow.
That part.
And it's like, I feel bad for her because as women, we've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets to the point where how many times are you going to keep putting yourself through this? And I know sometimes certain people have to go through it a million times to actually get it. You have to fall on your ass before you get it. But people only do to you what you allow. And if you keep allowing Alex to treat you like shit, guess what he's going to do? Treat you like shit.
Well, I think that she just
And good old Chloe came in saying, you deserve better. And I was
Yes.
like, yes,
And that's
Chloe's
a fact.
back.
You're a queen. You deserve so much better.
Right.
Alex is a good guy. He's just not a good boyfriend for you right
right.
now.
Like he needs to have his fun or whatever. But and Juliette is
Right.
gonna have her Prince Charming one day.
Yeah.
Just like
And I
every
loved those
every girl
words from
deserves. Yes. All right, guys. What you have something to say,
No,
Julie?
you can keep going.
No, I was just gonna get into some predictions if this gets renewed
Huh.
for season 2.
Didn't it? I think it did.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Wait,
I think
Wait,
it
now-
got renewed for a season.
I don't think it did.
Oh no!
Did it?
Quick, someone Google it.
Someone tell us. Are you guys coming back from season? I mean, because Kelsey's already in LA. I was on her Instagram. I'm like, thanks guys for the surprise. Like, come on, MTV.
Also, come on, Kelsey girl, you weren't gonna come in on our show
Yeah.
We'll get you for season 2.
if there's a season 2.
Does anyone know there's a season 2 coming back? Okay, question while you guys are searching.
Yes.
Would you guys watch season 2?
Yes, because I want more Chloe.
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want Chloe to just get her own spinoff show and
Yes.
probably bring Candace with her once in a blue. Bring Tarek and it should be their show.
And Carson.
And Carson. And that's it. And that's all I want to see.
So how long do we think Alex and Juliette are going to last?
I don't know. That's tough.
For however long. Listen, I could easily see them getting married and having babies.
That's
it
a
all
fact.
depends on how long she's willing to put up with it.
I mean, I remember watching The Hills in Laguna Beach, and we all were like the whole Spidey, Heidi, and Spencer thing. And I remember being really young, like, oh God, I don't really see this lasting. And they're married with the kid.
Yeah.
So it's been like 10, 15 years
Charging
later.
their crystals and shit.
Yeah, like they're living life. And I
happy.
remember watching The Hills like, oh God, I can't wait for her to get a new boyfriend. This
Yeah.
isn't going to last. And they're happily married. So I can definitely see that for these two.
Well, I didn't come across anything season 2, so maybe.
No, yeah, I think what's confusing people is that they're calling a lot of like sites and stuff are calling season 1B season 2. So then you're seeing things online at season 2, but I don't think they have officially gotten the green light on season 2.
Floribama Shore got renewed, so I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, I feel like maybe there's more drama there. They were punching people.
There's a lot of fighting
in the face.
Oh my gosh, that show is crazy. It's so I was started watching and I couldn't stop.
Yeah, that show triggers me because I used to go down to PCB for spring break,
you're from Florida.
and I was like, no, I went to high school in Florida. Very different. But if there is a season 2, I really hope we get more Chloe, just because I think Chloe's the backbone of this show.
Yeah.
I think Chloe's what makes it interesting, and I think Chloe's the only one who I can honestly say, like, I'm rooting for.
Yeah.
And, like, I want all the great things for her. So that's, I guess, my prediction. I just want more Chloe.
Yeah.
And I want more shit starters.
Yeah.
I want more drama.
Well, you thought it's what's so crazy is you're right. They give you these people that you think are gonna like stir stuff up, and then they stop.
It's like kumbaya. Everyone's like, oh, like we love each other. I'm like, whoa, I want someone to punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
Like first we had Candace, and they were like, whoa, and then she was like, no. Then we had Tarek at first, and we were like, whoa, and then he kind of was like, he's like just chilling, telling you the truth.
I did love that during the Friendsgiving, he gives Brandon the finger.
That was the best part.
I was like, give me that GIF right now.
He does give
That is so great.
Because it was so nonchalant. It was like, and I thought it was.
I would just like to see more excitement, more drama, and less social media.
Yeah.
More like hidden secrets, and definitely more Chloe.
Yeah.
That's all I'd see for season 2.
My predictions is that Juliette and Alex are gonna stay together, and then Brandon and Madison are gonna get back together.
I think so.
And I think that Garrett and Kelsey are just gonna constantly be those people that like are always like, I love you so much, but they're obviously gonna go do their own thing.
Yeah.
But whenever they're in the same town, they're gonna be hanging out.
Audrina and Justin Bobby.
Justin Bobby was the man. I wonder what Justin
gosh.
Bobby is now.
Yeah. What is he doing today? I think I actually read an article about like where he was. Can't remember it though, but I don't know. But I wasn't just gonna say after predictions that like just some news I guess is that they did a live with Spencer in Siesta Key today. So on Spencer Pratt's Instagram, there's a live story and they've been partying on a boat all day.
Nice.
And I've been wanting to watch it, but I haven't had the time to. So definitely I would check that out. I'm sure that is like what we want to see.
Yes.
But Spencer's like bringing this show to
They
the
need
forefront.
to make Spencer like a writer on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
They
Spencer
need to get
knows.
ideas from him or be a producer.
And I was reading the things about him saying, you know, we made it happen. And I think he really pushed this to happen for
think
MTV.
so.
He was like, we need a live show. We need this because he wanted to be able to infiltrate and like really push this show to happen.
Spencer's the man.
Yeah. And he really is.
It's gonna be Alex in a few years. I'm telling you guys.
Your love for
I love
Alex.
Alex.
Oh.
Alex the lawyer.
Oh man, guys, I think that like that's it for this
That's a
season.
lot. I do have a question. Who's excited for Paulie to come back season 2?
I mean, Pauly keeps it interesting.
He does.
It's what's so great about Pauly is like when he talks, like everybody really is like,
Right?
Yeah.
Like he's like,
They're like-
the
he, like-
words of encouragement.
Yeah.
I'm like, really?
Polly is like an 85-year-old schmoozy creep trapped in a 40-year-old's body that's actually 23.
oh my gosh.
Like, that's what Polly gives me, and I just... Please don't bring him back season 2.
Oh, I hope Pauly gets to come
you know, I
back.
hope he comes back. And
You're
I hope he
going
starts some
to
drama.
because he's a little drama starter.
Yeah,
But
he is.
Yeah.
But hopefully
Oy
we'll
vey.
see lots of new fun characters and relationships. We'll see
man.
where they lie. But I guess that brings us to a close of season 1 of Siesta Key. Thank you guys so much for watching every Monday. We will hopefully be back for a season 2, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Nakia, where can they find you on social media?
Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom.
Drew Jones.
And you can find me on all the things at OKDrewJ.
Tessa Cevaal.
And you guys can find me on all social media at Tessa_Cevaal.
And Ally Nasta here. Find me on Twitter at Ally Nasta and on Instagram at AllyGirl. And of course, follow AfterBuzz TV on all social media platforms. And if you guys come and watch iZombies after show on Wednesdays, you will see me, Drew, and Nakia. And me and Tessa will actually be on the arrangements starting next Monday at 8 p.m., is it? 8 p.m. I think so. Alrighty, guys, we will see you hopefully soon. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.